What if I told you there's a planet that rains glass sideways, another that spins so fast it's shaped like an egg, and one where a single year lasts only 18 hours? Today we are exploring 10 planet facts that will blow your mind. Our solar system is pretty tame compared to some of the bizarre worlds out there. So strap in because things are about to get weird. Let's start with the extremes. First, the hottest planet in the known universe is Kelt 9b. This gas giant is so close to its star that it reaches 4,300 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to melt rock and vaporize metals. On the flip side, the coldest recorded location in the universe is Boomerang Nebula. Here temperatures plummet to a mind-boggling negative 253 degrees Celsius. That's nearly 10 times colder than the coldest place on Earth. Next, let's talk about speed. The fastest spinner in our solar system is Haumea. This dwarf planet completes a single rotation in just 27 minutes. That means if you were standing on its equator, you would experience a mind-bending 380 Gs of force. By comparison, a typical spin cycle at the gym only takes you up to 5 Gs. That's why Haumea is all stretched out and flattened at the poles. It's actually not even round anymore. Just goes to show you that even in our relatively normal solar system, things can get pretty extreme. Alright, now I want to show you some orbits that will blow your mind. WASP 19b has got to be the most extreme world in our neck of the woods. It orbits its star once every 18 hours. That's right, a single year on WASP 19b is shorter than a day here on Earth. At that blistering pace, one side of the planet is scorching hot while the other is plunged into darkness for months at a time. No wonder they call it the upside-down planet. And speaking of upside down, have you ever noticed that on Venus, days are longer than years? Scientists think this might have something to do with the planet's extreme tilt. Venus rotates on its axis at a whopping 245 kilometers per hour. At that speed, it takes just 243 Earth days to complete one rotation. But Venus's orbit around the Sun is almost a year long. That means that while a Venusian year consists of 365 rotations, a single day on the planet lasts for 243 Earth days. Definitely a strange world to live on, and those are just a few of the bizarre worlds that exist out there. Now let's talk about rogue planets. These mysterious objects drift through space without a star to call their own. Scientists believe that rogue planets can exist anywhere in the universe. They typically form in systems that have too much mass for astronomers to track them accurately. Without a host star, these planets can travel untethered throughout the cosmos, making their discovery even more challenging. But here's the kicker. According to scientists, there may be as many as 50 billion rogue planets wandering our galactic neighborhood. That's right. There could be more free-floating planets than stars in the Milky Way. Some theories suggest that these wanderers could even harbor life. After all, rogues make up 40 to 80% of the planet population. While it's unlikely that we'll find Earth-like conditions on a planet that is untethered to a star, who knows what kind of creatures could thrive in the unique environments that rogues offer. Another mind-bending fact is that Saturn could float. If you somehow manage to scoop up the planet and transport it to a dimension with weaker gravity, it just might take flight. When scientists measure planetary density, they take into account factors like composition and core size. For example, Saturn is largely composed of gases like hydrogen and helium. This gives it a lower average density compared to solid planets like Earth. But the real shocker is that Saturn is so light that NASA believes it could float in space. Of course, finding a place with weaker gravity that's also big enough to accommodate a planet-sized blob of gas is easier said than done. But hey, stranger things have happened. Now let's talk about planets that shouldn't exist. You heard that right? Some of the worlds out there are defying the laws of physics as we know them. Our next stop is 55 Cancri. What makes this planet so special? Well, scientists believe that it's mostly made of diamonds. That's right, a diamond planet. This super dense world is twice the size of Earth and weighs 8 times more. It orbits a star that's 40 light years away, and it's been given the nickname the Diamond Planet due to its extreme carbon content. It's thought that there's so much pressure and heat on 55 Cancri that it causes diamonds to rain. Talk about a sparkling good time. Okay, now let's take a trip to HD 189733b. This gas giant has been dubbed the Glass Storm Planet due to its bizarre atmosphere. It's thought that the swings in temperature between its scorching hot days and freezing cold nights cause massive glass storms to brew. The intense winds whip up glass particles into a frenzy, creating towering glass walls that stretch over 100 meters high. The particles are so sharp that they can even damage a telescope if they accumulate on the lens. Now that's a scary thought. And we can't forget about Kepler 438b. This rocky planet is slightly larger than Earth and orbits a red dwarf star that's 470 light-years away. What makes it so special? Well, scientists think it could have liquid water on the surface. Yes, you heard that right. A potentially habitable planet orbiting a red dwarf. It's thought that the planet receives just the right amount of radiation from its star to keep its temperature in the habitable zone. However, there's still a lot that we don't know about Kepler 438b. It could have a thick atmosphere, which would make it more similar to Venus. Or it could be a barren, frozen wasteland. We just don't know enough yet to say for sure. But the possibility of life on this distant world is certainly intriguing. As we continue to explore the depths of space, we're sure to discover even more bizarre and unexpected phenomena. From planets made of pure diamond to worlds that spin faster than you can blink, the universe never ceases to amaze. Who knows what other secrets it's hiding? Maybe one day we'll find a planet that defies all of our current theories and pushes the boundaries of what we think is possible. Until then, we'll just have to keep looking up and dreaming about the endless possibilities out there. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the cosmos. Do you find these space facts as fascinating as we do? Which planet surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on all things space. We've barely scratched the surface of what's out there. There are so many more bizarre and incredible worlds waiting to be discovered. And we can't wait to share them with you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. That was the last 10% of the video.